For the first time in over 15 years, the Michigan Wolverines are the Big Ten football defending champs. And as Mark Coons reports from Indianapolis and Big Ten Media Days, the Maize and Blue are not content to sit on their laurels.
The Michigan Wolverines have fond memories of Lucas Oil Stadium. It was here in Indianapolis just 7.5 months ago when the Maize and Blue won their first Big Ten title since 2004, en route to the program's first ever appearance in the college football playoff. It's a memory that has not faded, and it's also providing motivation for 2022.
I mean, the last time we were here, there's confetti on us, which felt good, but, those feelings that we felt, as they're, being triggered right now, it only makes you want to work harder.
That was great. Now let's see if we can get all 4 goals. Let's beat Michigan State and Ohio State in the same year. Let's win the Big Ten championship and let's win the national championship. Those are our 4 goals, and man, let's go attack them. And guys they've done it with zero entitlement, and there's none on the foreseeable future.
I feel like it's not really that hard. I feel like we achieved a lot, but we're looking to get to the natty, and I feel like it's nothing to be complacent about. Like we did great. We won the Big Ten, but our real goal is to get to the natty and win it.
And that's kind of what happens. Sometimes a storm is brewing, and you don't know if it's the perfect storm or not, but it end up being the perfect storm. And we ain't finished the season how we were supposed to, but we did a lot of things that a lot of people weren't able to do.
Yeah, we know what it takes now, but we can't forget what it took. So we can't get complacent. That's the main thing. We just keep on saying, and we know what it takes. And so we're just going to keep doing it and looking forward to the season.
The Ohio State-Michigan rivalry is a 365-day-a-year rivalry. So, of course, the Wolverines beating the Buckeyes a season ago still have Ohio State on their mind.
I wasn't surprised. I don't know, I watch a lot of film, and I watch a lot of film on us too, and practice with the guys that it's just we were expecting to do what we did, and we're going to be doing the same thing, expecting the same thing this upcoming year.
I thought the gap was pretty big during that game, and I'm sure, Ohio State didn't feel very good about that. And, I know that the O-line was very confident in themselves going into that game. And, that was our identity last season, was that we're going to be physical. And I do not see that changing.
It's gonna be great. I love playing away, so going over there to play the game is not gonna be much different than playing it at the big house.
We're in a better place right now than we were a year ago at this time, and possibly, where we left off last season.
Joined now by former Michigan tight end and now Big Ten Network analyst Jake Butt. Jake, congratulations on the new gig.
It sounds good when you say it. That's the first time I've been introduced in that light, so it feels good. I'm doing great.
A year ago in Indianapolis, Jim Harbaugh famously said Michigan's going to get to the mountaintop or die trying. They beat Ohio State. They won the Big Ten. They made it to the college football playoff. They reached the mountaintop. What's next?
Got to repeat. I think, I'm from Columbus, and I understand the narrative, even talking to guys like Josh Perry, is in hearing Ryan Day and some of the players speak. If you can do it once, people can still sell it as a fluke. But if you do it twice, that then becomes the narrative. That then becomes the expectation. And, Michigan, they got a favorable schedule. If they can be undefeated going into Columbus late November and pull off the win, that's going to be huge for this program going forward.
Defensively, you lose Aiden Hutchinson, you lose David Ojaba, 2 high draft picks. Defense, there's still a lot of talent there ready to step up in those places.
You don't replace those guys. It's not a one-for-one thing. So last year, there was times where Coach McDonald, he only needed to send 3 or 4 guys, and they were still going to be able to generate pressure. Remember, this is a Baltimore Ravens scheme that has these exotic blitzes. I think this year you're going to see more of the playbook shine. You're going to have to rely on strategic blitzes to generate that same amount of pressure. But the one thing I'm looking for is not only did you lose talent, you lost a lot of leadership. Aiden, Josh Ross, Daxton Hill, those were the 3 leaders of the defense anyways. So I'm interested to see who steps up and leads the defense to get those 11 guys playing as one unit.
Jim Harbaugh back, but new defensive coordinator, 2 new offensive coordinators, but there's still a lot of continuity with those coordinators.
That's the big storyline I'm considering here is, those are challenging roles. You know, when you are implementing a new system, even if there is continuity, even if there is carryover, it's a new voice, it's new verbiage, it's new terminology. Rather than guys learning technique and fundamentals, you're kind of learning a new language every single year. So that's the one thing I'm looking at. I think the fact that there's a favorable out-of-conference schedule allows them to kind of get in the flow of the season and find an identity on both sides of the ball. So I think the way the schedule lays out is really important. But a lot of their success is going to rely on those coordinators this year.